Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And please, guys, tell me if I am totally misguided here, but there's something very strange happening in South Africa's judicial system. Very, very strange. And we start off with murderers who are put out on bail and allowed to go and walk the streets and then kill other people in South Africa, and that's all cool, that happens, and the media don't talk about it. And we have so many other examples of serious crimes being committed by people where they just walk off scot-free. They don't have to worry about being in jail. And then we have Vicki Momberg. And yeah, I'm afraid you're just going to have to get used to this name because it completely epitomizes the double standards in the judicial system in South Africa right now, today. Convicted racist. Now she's a racist. Okay, she had a rant and she used the K word, okay, because she was under extreme emotional pressure. I've discussed this before. I'm not going to go into the details. I think most of my subscribers will know what I'm talking about. But all the articles now talk about her being a racist. Convicted racist Vicki Momberg is back behind bars after she appeared in court on Wednesday. Momberg had been on the run since she failed to appear in court in August. A warrant of arrest was issued after police went to 2 residences listed by her to the court. Momberg was considered a fugitive until yesterday morning when she handed herself over in Douglasdale. That's in Gauteng. Momberg was found guilty of criminal injury after she used the K word more than 40 times during an altercation with a police officer in 2016. She was then sentenced to 3 years, of which 1 year was suspended. Momberg was also ordered by the Equality Court to pay 100,000 Rand fine. Now, think about this. In South Africa, you got politicians like Julius Malema and his ilk in the economic freedom fighters who are espousing the most racist, divisive things, who get away with it. And these are politicians, okay? So they've got a large following. Here you've got a woman who late at night was confronting someone because the police had not responded to her calls. And she was in extreme distress. She's now facing 2 years jail, and these politicians get away with it. The whole judicial system in South Africa, like everything else in South Africa under the ANC government, is corrupt. The C word. Big C. Okay? The big C. We're going to call it the big C word. Corruption. That's what South Africa is all about. If you want to invest in South Africa, expect to be taken to the cleaners, because the whole government in South Africa is corrupt. This is just a warning. Warning given out on the 9th of November 2019. Just after Ramaphosa held an investment strategy where he was saying billions of rands are going to be invested in South Africa. He didn't say that they're going to be stolen by the ANC cadres, did he? No, because that's something he would never admit to. And the fact that not one ANC politician or family member or well-connected friend has ever been charged for, they're now talking trillions of rands that have been stolen out of the public purse, explains why this Vicki Momberg case is just totally idiotic. They should let the friggin' woman go. She's been through enough stress. You know, This is, when I talk about, sorry guys, I'm going on a rant now. Okay, we'll call this a rant, because this woman, the amount of stress she has been put through after she was facing this incredibly emotional moment where she had been smashed and grabbed by robbers and the police had not pitched up, and she was really pissed off. And I would have been pissed off. Believe me, I would have probably been using the K word too. But the fact is, they are now suggesting she has to spend 2 years behind bars for doing that, while murderers like Ace Magashula, criminals like David Mabuza, who's the deputy president, Jacob Zuma, who's completely corrupt, they're walking around the place like they're angels. This is a crazy state. It's a gangster state. It's controlled by the gangsters, it's run by the gangsters, and it's about time the white population in South Africa woke up to the fact that one day they're going to come knocking at your door. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month, but I guarantee you it'll happen. And then you're going to turn around and say, whoa, why didn't I stand up for those other people? Because you know what? No one's going to stand up for you. That's a sad reality in South Africa, is that you've got such a divided minority group where you've got this group who are totally delusional, who think everything is fine in South Africa, everything is great, nothing is happening, everything is perfect, even though the electricity is off for 6 hours a day, even though there's no water in my taps, even though the sewage system is fucked. I apologize, I used that F word, but I'm just so over this, okay? Look, you've got to understand that the crime that's happening in South Africa today is as a result of a totally dysfunctional government. They don't know what they're doing. The ANC government were basically put in power into a white culture democracy. You're talking about a totally different culture. They have no understanding about democracy. They have absolutely no understanding about what makes government work. You can look at anything. You can look at public hospitals. You can look at education. You can look at the state-owned enterprises. You can look at the municipalities. Any level. You find me a level of ANC government where it's worked since 1994, and I will happily retract what I'm saying right here, right now. There's nothing that they have succeeded in. They have totally screwed up, plundered, extorted, thieved from every level of the government in South Africa. And it's not stopped. And not one of these cadres, these ANC cadres, has ever been put behind bars. All the EFF cadres, like Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu, think of the VBS Bank, nothing's ever been done. But poor Vicki Momberg, suffering severe emotional distress after being smashed and grabbed in her car, because she used the K word, is now behind bars. If that's justice, then South Africa is a complete basket case. Well, we know it is anyway. I mean, look, Moody's are going to confirm that in a few months' time. Believe me, when Moody's bring the rand to junk, all those people who are out there who are saying everything is fine, these liberal lefties who just think, well, yeah, we got lots of money, we're cool, we're good. Wait till they turn off the SASSA payments, because they've got to do that, because the international financial community say you've got to pull in the strings a bit. First thing to go is SASSA. you've then got 10 million plus starving, largely black families who are going to be saying, how are we going to feed our family tonight? Ah, Santon's just up the road. Let's get a few mates together and we'll go and do an exploration party. And guess who's going to be first on the list? You. Now look, I'm just spelling out human nature. And you've got to understand that when we talk about what's going on in South Africa, we were talking last night about the tipping point when I was speaking to Isaac van Zyl and Marius Roos. And South Africa, I think, has gone beyond the tipping point. I think it's at the point now where, you know, you've got to be so careful, because we're moving into Christmas. There are going to be a lot of people who are not working, who are going to be looking for opportunities to make a buck. I think this is a very, very dangerous period that South Africa's moving into. Especially when you've got people like the ANC in power. I mean, that's a no-brainer. All right, guys, look, I've said enough. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, stay safe. Bye for now.